How are you doing as I check our connection? A couple messages for the viewers, so pick a section, have a seat. Yeah, I know this is different, quit with the questions. Allow me a second, please, to make my first impression.
YouTube, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 Customs video. And right now we have the PS4 version of the Spirit Spider, aka Ghost Spider. I like Ghost Spider because it sounds like Ghost Rider, Ghost Spider. It fits. I'm playing with the lighting a little bit just so I can show you its true color. I don't want to overexpose it by brightening it up too much or darkening it out. The color on it is blue and white. It's a nice powder white right over the blue. So it's hard to tell once you put the lights to it. So excuse me and pardon me for all this light flickering. But Ghost Spider, the name was changed because it was given to another spider from the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon series. So now this is Spirit Spider. Jumping into some reference shots, this is a pic from the PS4 game. Found it online. Still haven't played the game, believe it or not. But still, this is a really cool costume to look at, or version of Spider-Man. And so I wanted to make it as accurate as I can with the white shading over the blue. And so I started off with the Stone Cold head. If you guys are not familiar with this head, this is from a WWE Zombies Stone Cold figure. I bought it specifically to make Ghost Spider. My son is a huge WWE collector, but he doesn't like the zombies or the monsters. So when I spotted it at Five Below, I knew I would use it and he wouldn't care too much. But I painted the entire figure blue, like a Carolina blue almost. Then I shaded it with a little bit of white. It wasn't white enough comparing it to the reference shots, and so I gave it another coat of white. And I thought it was pretty bright enough. Then I painted the logo on it, and that's pretty much it. Aside from painting each tooth individually and the detail in the face, it's kind of resemble this reference shot. But I don't know, guys, I can't stop looking at this figure. It's almost like a summer day sitting on the grass, looking up at the sky and seeing the clouds take shape. I know it sounds corny, but it really just doesn't allow me to look away. I keep staring at it, and I wish you could really see it in person because on screen it just doesn't justify the true color on it. This was commissioned. Someone inboxed me or emailed me actually and asked if I could make a Spirit Spider from the PS4 game, and I thought, why not? I made a Ghost Spider from the comic, but not from the PS4 game. And the difference is, it's not much, just the logo is a little smaller on the PS4 game. The design is a little bit different as well, but for the most part, it is pretty much the same exact character design. Blue, white, same logo, skull head, flames, Ghost Spider, Spirit Spider. It seems like in the game, Ghost Spider has darker legs and darker forearms, and everything else is lit up from the flames. I assume the flames lighten everything up, so it just makes it brighter. And that's what I tried to do, just give him a pale chest and thighs and waist, and then darken out the forearms and lower legs. And to be honest, I'm pretty happy with this execution. I don't want to sound like cocky or anything, but there are some flaws here too, and I'll point them out, I guess, in a little bit, because nothing's perfect, but I just love the way this looks. The last Ghost Spider I made was soft brush. I didn't have an airbrush then. As a matter of fact, click that card right there if you want to see him, and then come back to this, or actually wait. The point is, I didn't have an airbrush then, and I've managed to still shade it pretty well, where here I have an airbrush now, and it's just so simple, it's so easy to use. Like, anyone can really use an airbrush, honestly. You don't need talent to use an airbrush. You just got to know the basics of how to use it, and I think you can accomplish what you're looking for. Hand painting and preparing the figure is a whole different story, but the airbrush is very simple. The hardest part about airbrushing is keeping it clean. That is the most crucial and important thing about owning an airbrush. After each use, you got to clean it. You don't want any dry paint to clog those holes up. The front of this figure is a little brighter than the back, but again, done intentionally just so you can have just a color variation when you have them on your shelf. Notice this torso right here really quick. You see, if I adjust it to one side, it breaks the logo, but if I put it to the other side, it keeps it clean. That's just the way the body is. The upper torso doesn't sit center on that ab crunch. it wants to lean on one side. But just like your regular Marvel Legend, the head does go up and down, does go left and right. You get a little bit of pivot though. That's a good thing about this head. Some people say it's a bit small and some people say it's too big. What do you guys think? Does it fit? Is it too big? Is it too small? Shoulders do go up all the way. The bicep does swivel. You should be paint rub free when you spin those around. Same thing with the shoulders as well. See how it's dark? From down here, it looks really blue, and then from up top, it's a little whiter. Reminds me of Bizarnage. If you want, click this card here and take a look at Bizarnage. But I think this looks a lot better. Or it looks a little better. Elbows, wrist hinge, swivel, ab crunch, painted inside. You know how that goes. You get the waist swivel painted there as well. You split about that much for the Bucky cap. It's a pretty fair range. Better than a lot of Spider-Man figures. But you can kick the leg up without scratching that white part on the thigh. That was pretty imperative. I wanted to make sure that you'd be able to kick that up without scratching anything. I didn't airbrush the butt cheeks or the lower thighs or the back thighs, whatever you want to call them. They were hiding behind the back area, so I didn't get to touch that up. But the thighs do swivel as well. Double jointed knees, boot swivel. You get an ankle pivot and an ankle hinge. I know this figure seems a bit plain. There aren't many accessories, but I do have a few, or at least one. I do have these hands right here from the eel body. This is the eel body, by the way. Stone Cold head and eel hands. One of them is not painted at the joint. I kind of painted it early, and I forgot to sand one of those joints down, so I'm going to have to sand it before I ship it out. Figured I'd show you really quick. That's why I wasn't even in the beginning of the video. I was kind of embarrassed to even include these in the video, but I might as well. They do look pretty cool. If you could rate this figure from 1 to 10, where would you put it? Honest opinion. Write it down in the comment section below. But again, just to point out, that left hinge is not painted. I'm going to have to go back and paint that before I ship this out. It is sanded already. This one is painted and sanded, so it won't have any paint issues. But that left one still needs to be done. Ghost Spider, Spirit Spider, the Spirit of Vengeance. One of the cooler looking costumes in the Spider-Man PS4 game. Even though I don't have the game, I have seen all the costumes, and a few of my favorites I need to make this year, including the Ock-proof suit. Everyone wants me to make that. I am, but give me some time because it's going to take some sculpt. I don't have the game. If anyone has the game and don't want it anymore and wants to sell it for cheap, let me know, because I don't want to buy it. I'm stuck on Mario. But let's compare him to another Spider, Poison, Spider-Man, and Ghost Spider or Spirit Spider. Reason why I pulled him up is because he's white, and I want to show you the difference between the white on Ghost Spider and the pearl white on Poison, which I think looks amazing as well. I think that's a pretty cool figure. It's one of my favorite Spider-Man, and it crept up on me, actually. This is what I mean about what we need in the Spider-Verse collection. Just different types of spiders. They don't have to be traditional red and blue Spider-Man, but I do like those too, honestly. Wanted to add this for an accessory, but it looked kind of goofy. This is the Hobgoblin Arm Flame piece, and it just doesn't fit. But from the front side, it looks a little better. So I was thinking of maybe painting it and just adding it as an accessory for a picture or two, but doesn't hold up too well either. Kind of flimsy. Well, YouTube, this is it. You reached the end of another 978 Customs video. I hope you guys appreciate this one. This was pretty fun to make, actually. I had a lot of fun making it. Stay tuned. I am going to upload a top 10 custom agenda for the end of January and the rest of February. So stick around for that. Comment down below your thoughts. Feel free to subscribe, guys. Click that notification bell if you want to get the custom videos as soon as they upload. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.
But if you choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?